for the topic, this is everything to do with polynomials, just like we saw earlier, but there's a twist. This is going to be not from factoring polynomials. This is going to be for distributing polynomials. So this is going to be Unit 6 in the Math Knowledge course, MK number 6. And again, this is going to be distributing polynomials. Distributing polynomials, all right? So here's how this works. The idea is this. This is all part of the distributive property. The distributive property follows one main rule. Make sure that everything outside the parentheses multiplies with everything on the inside. But in this situation, since we have two parentheses being multiplied together, basically everything from one parentheses needs to multiply with everything from the other. Some of you guys might know this as FOIL, F-O-I-L. Has anybody here ever heard of that before? FOIL, F-O-I-L. That's how you guys were taught what that is. But the general rule that will work for any size polynomials. This is 2 by 2. If you had a 3 by 2, 10 by 2, 5 in one, 4 in the other, it'll still work if you follow the general rule, which is everything from one parentheses multiplies with everything from the other. And so, whether this is your first or 50th YouTube video of mine, it doesn't matter. Why don't you join me for a live class? That way you can ask questions, raise your score, and get the job you want for free. Again, I host classes once a week on Zoom, typically on Mondays. So go ahead and click the link up there or down here somewhere, register for free, and you get my free practice test that has video solutions so you can learn from every mistake. That's what it's all about here, my party people. I want to help you succeed, so don't hesitate. Sign up for free, and then let's get back to this problem here. Let's keep raising our scores. So in this case, here's what that means. I'm going to build the connections using different colors. Basically, the x over here needs to multiply with this x over here, and it also needs to multiply with the 8 over here. That's all it means. So the x from this parentheses multiplies with everything from the other. You have an x and an 8 on the other side. So let's go ahead and show you what that looks like. Everyone, what's x times x going to be in purple? What's that going to be? Right, x times x, that's going to be x squared. Next up, we said, hey, we just did this. Perfect, great job. Now what we're doing next is multiplying the x times the 8. Everyone, what's x times 8? That's going to be 8x. Thank you there. Appreciate you. Sounds good. Up next, we're done with that first x. We are done with this x because it's already multiplied with everything from the other parentheses. We don't need to do this. That's not how that works, okay? It's from one parentheses to the other parentheses. Now, this -6 needs to multiply with this x, and that -6 also needs to multiply with the 8. Everyone, what is -6 multiplied by x? What's that going to be? Right, a positive times a negative is a negative, so it's going to be -6x. And then lastly, we have -6 multiplied by +8, and that's going to be what? -48. Yep, 6 times 8, 48 all day. Negative times a positive is a negative. So that'll end up being -48. So before I continue, do you understand the main premise of distribution? Just making sure that everything from one parentheses multiplies with everything from the other. That's really the rule. And that'll save you, especially when you look at some bigger questions that they're going to give you. All right, excellent. Now that we're here, the next thing to do is going to be to combine our like terms. So let me write that out for you. Next step, we're going to combine like terms. And all that means is this right here. Those are like terms. Terms that have the same variables and the same exponents, those are going to be considered like terms. So if you have 8 of these x's and you're taking away 6 of these x's, how many of these x's do you have left? Right, it's going to be 2. If I'm not very close, very close. You almost had it. But that's going to be x squared. And then that's going to be plus 2x minus 48. And that's what's going to make the final answer A as the correct answer. Oh yeah, I won't catch it because it's an equation. But yeah, it is x squared plus 2x minus 48. And so we both know this video just helped you with your test anxiety by just a little bit. And to keep lowering your test anxiety and keep raising your confidence, that's what my ASVAB All-Access program is for. The link's right up here. Click it, watch the video on how it works, and you'll see exactly why thousands of my students have raised their scores and gotten the jobs they want. So click there, watch the video, and sign up to raise your score. I'll see you soon.